It's interesting how you talk about that addiction because, you know, when, Gabor Maté is on stage in London last time you were here, again, your decades and decades of work is being lauded by everyone in the audience. You're in the flow state there. People are hanging on your every word. And this is true
Yeah.
because I know people that have been there and you've been in my studio. And even though you're a very grounded guy, that feeling is a nice feeling and it's a wonderful feeling. And then you go home to your wife who, is doing her own thing and painting and now she doesn't want that Gabor who's the
No.
man on the stage. She wants a relationship and you have to then switch from that guy to a loving partner. And that's hard. It's also withdrawals, right? Because you're like, well, this isn't easy and fun and I'm not buzzing. Now I gotta work
Yeah.
at something,
Yeah.
right? Am I kind of describing a little bit what that's like?
Well, I tell you something. Some years ago, I was leading a retreat with ayahuasca, and I'm very good at leading those retreats. I just know how to help people identify their intentions before the ceremony, and then, I don't lead the ceremony. I'm not a shaman, but afterwards to help them understand their experience and to integrate it. And one of my children was there, came to visit one of these retreats, and that child came to me with tears in their eyes at the end of the day. This was some years ago. And they said, Dad, you're almost like a guru to all these people. Why can't you be like that at home? And these were tears of rage is what they were.
Wow.
So there was such a gap between how I showed up out in the world and then how I showed up at home. So yeah. And you know what? I happen to know a lot of people, especially men, in prominent positions where it's the same dynamic. That the world sees one thing that the world really admires, looks up to, and then the family sees something else entirely. And it's the same dynamic, very seductive. And of course, this culture, one of the normal abnormalities in this culture is it rewards that kind of behavior.
It rewards which behavior?
The behavior of being out there and being super out
right.
there,
Right.
and going for that fame and going for that sense of power and going for that recognition. It rewards it with financially and rewards it certainly with sort of the emotional adulation that people receive. I mean, how many stars have you seen fall into that trap? How many politicians? How many business leaders? So that one of the abnormalities, as I say, one of the normalities of this abnormal culture is that it actually rewards self-destructive behavior.
Right. Right. Yeah, it does. And so for someone right now that's nodding their head, I was about to say, whether you're a successful male or female that knows when they get home that they find their life just turns into a shambles. And, this is something you see all the time. You see it in movies, like all that. I'm thinking of the movie Heat, where Al Pacino is this high-performance cop, and when he comes home, his whole household's a mess. His wife's leaving him. His daughter's, bordering on suicide. What do you have to learn? Do you have to learn that you need to be a completely different person, and check all your other baggage at the door and all your reward system at the door?
No, it's more like you have to be a complete person, in all aspects of your life, where you're not looking for the outside to complete the emptiness inside. And the good news here is, at least for the marriage that I am in, and quite probably from the sense I get the marriage you're in, that somebody at home will speak the truth to you, and it's an opportunity to actually grow, so that same arena where you present with all these problems can also be the arena of growth and development and the acquiring of some wisdom if one is open to it.
I'm looking for partners, collaborators, colleagues who want to join forces with me around the globe and create real value, generational wealth, and financial freedom for everyone else around the world. Get involved in the cryptocurrency markets, get involved in the NFT markets. This is your moment. Life all comes down to a few moments. Don't let this pass. Now it's not too late. Next year's gonna be too late. Ultimately, this is about freedom. That's the way I see it. This is about giving power back to the people and enabling billions of people worldwide to use the financial markets to improve their lives and those of their friends and their families and their communities. Honestly, I think it's a violation of human rights not to allow people basic access to financial services. Because right now people are being kept in the dark, they're being robbed of education, and it's a travesty. And so I'm looking for people that want to join me and be a part of this solution. And that all happens inside the DeFi Academy. The gains my students are making are absolutely amazing. Double, triple digit gains in the first month alone. That's amazing. This will change your life. Now is the time to get involved. I'm gonna tell you exactly how my students in my academy made money in the last 30 days. I'm talking about real trading results. And let me just whet your appetite a little bit. Let me hit you with some numbers. I'm talking Brendan from New Zealand is up 68.77% on the month. Steve from Europe up 83%. Albert in Singapore up 169.9% on one single trade. I got Susan up 153% on her call options alone, also rocking 139% returns and 442% returns as well on individual trades. These are people that are changing their financial future in the last 30 days, but it's based on trading discipline.
I've graduated over 500 students from inside my academy from over 54 countries around the world. It's amazing. When it comes to crypto, DeFi, and blockchain, we love this space. We truly believe it's the future. This is down to our core. It's authentic to what we're doing, and everybody can tell through the camera because you can't make this stuff up. If you're watching me now, wherever you are, I implore you, take 60 seconds right now and join my academy. Apply today. Now you've got a chance. Life all comes down to a few moments. What are you gonna do? What's the choice that you're going to make?